Okay, so Delta 8 and Delta 10 Part 2. After I have had some time to use the product a little bit more, I will say that I would describe it as euphoric. Um, I don't like using the word high because I feel like it has a negative connotation to it, but I will say that I feel different, but not in a bad way. It's just like if you had a stimulant, like if you were taking um, like a pre workout or something like that. Like I just feel elevated would be the appropriate term to use. Like I'm still functional, I can still, you know, do what I need to do and without falling over and, having that whole thing going on. Very different than like other substances, I would say, but I would say that it's just like a whew, like a pick me up, really, is how I would say I feel right now. And I didn't think I was going to make a part two, but I did. And I'm glad that I did. I had a dog hair on me, sorry. Because I think it's important for people to have like honest experiences and let people know about them. How products affect me may not affect you the same way. And also keep in mind, I am an experienced user and I've been using cannabinoids for like 6, 7, 8 years now. And earlier in my 20s, I started using cannabis in general. So I've had, my experiences and able to find what works best for me. But because I don't take puffs, and puff is more like a, actually, let me show you. Let me show you what a puff looks like. Okay, sorry for the noise. Okay, so I have this still, puff. That's a puff. Mine are like seconds, like I just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is kind of like how I do it. Um, with vaping though, you don't exactly know how much you're taking. That's why I like tinctures or edibles, if it's labeled correctly and it's from a reputable source and it's been lab tested, you can see, exactly how much you're taking. And you don't have to worry about dosing because you can kind of dial it in. And there's some math equations you can do. I'll post about those to figure out your dosing. Or if you know, like, if you're making your own, then you're even more in control. Um, but I don't see, I just know that this, it doesn't have the milligram content on here, and I can't remember exactly how much. I think it was like 500. I'll find out. 500 milligrams. So it's not weak. But even just taking those little puffs, um, man, it tastes so good. I, I feel, like I said earlier, elevated. Um, like I said, I hate using the word high because it has a connotation like you're out of control or there's like, I don't know, it's just frowned upon, just that terminology. I wouldn't say that I'm sober, to be honest with you. I wouldn't go and drive a car right now. And even though it even says do not operate machinery, um, please use caution. Consumption of Delta 10 products impairs your ability to operate machinery. Um, I would agree with that. Like, I would not, even if I was not using these products and let's say I had THC, like an edible or something like that, I wouldn't get behind a car and drive. That's just any alcohol, same thing. You don't have a drink and get behind the wheel and drive. People do, and that's how people die. Um, I, to be honest with you, have been intoxicated on THC, but in a controlled dose to where I was still functional. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I don't have THC at all, and then I go drive. I have been able to find a THC dose that works for me to where I'm managing pain, inflammation, and still functional. Or I take a puff or two of a vape cartridge or something like that, but it's not to the point where I'm like, whoa, I don't know, I'm like stumbling, or I've never really been to that point where I get like super heavy intoxicated. Like, I really, anything I do, I start microdosing first to see how I react, and then I kind of build up from there to see what my tolerance is. So I don't just like go willy-nilly and start, going to parties, taking edibles, doing this, doing that, and then doing things that matter or could affect other people, or even myself, and not putting myself in a situation. But this isn't something where I feel like I would. First of all, you can't die off of cannabis. There's not any amount that would kill a human being. Alcohol is another story. That substance kills people. Coffee kills people. Water kills people. But cannabis is very interesting that it doesn't. Now it can make you feel ill and have dry eyes, and if you take too much, be high up until the next day. You might have a really dry mouth, like I said, dry eyes, feel a little nauseous, but you're going to recover from that. You're not going to develop liver cancer because you drink every day. You don't smoke every day. I'm not saying you can't develop liver cancer because you smoke cannabis, but I'm saying like it's not a cause. Like, liver diseases can be caused by alcohol consumption over time. I'm going off on a tangent here. To get back to why I'm doing this video, I will say there is an effect with Delta 8 products. And I wouldn't say that I would be out of control and feeling like I can't focus or feeling like I can't, do things, but I would say that it could be comparable to, I wouldn't even say having a glass of wine, because alcohol and cannabis is a different high. You can try them and compare them for yourself, but for me, it's a different experience, a different feeling. I just feel, just like I said in my first video, chill. Like, I just feel like I feel like I keep doing that. It's like a relief, a non groggy feeling. It's very uplifting, is what I would say, which is why I would say I could see why it's called Euphorica collection is what it's under. And I can see why they say that, because I do feel euphoria, but it's like a controlled high. If I had to say high, I would say it's like a very pleasant, uplifting. You can achieve this with herbs too. You can achieve this using other plants other than cannabis, first of all. So I don't really feel like it's any different than using stimulative herbs, terpenes, different things like that can alter your brain. And really what's happening is CB1 and CB2 receptors are being activated. Because there is THC in this product, it is activating receptors. There's CBD in this product. It actually has a very interesting cannabinoid terpene profile blend. When I looked at the lab reports for this product, I'll see if I can pull it up. I'll probably try and edit it into this video. If not, I'll just post a link to the lab reports. But it has almost all of the minor cannabinoids. This is why I chose this product, because of the profile and the blend that it is. Very intricate testing in the profiles that this product has. Even the 3T had a very impressive lab report, and it has a very complete cannabinoid profile, which I really like. It's very well rounded. So I'm getting CBC, I'm getting CBN, I'm getting CBDA, I'm getting CBT, and all these other trace cannabinoids that are naturally found in the plant, which is why I prefer full spectrum. Broad spectrum, if you have to. I try to stay away from isolates. I don't use isolate products because I just feel like you're missing all of the terpenes and the flavonoids and the chlorophyll and like all of the naturally occurring byproducts in the plant that is also therapeutic and beneficial, other than the cannabinoids and minor cannabinoids. So I always go for full spectrum, and I'm in a position to where I can take these products without drug tests and different things like that because I'm in the cannabis industry. So it's my job, it's my life. Cannabis is my life, and I love what I do, and I love healing people and trying products and seeing what works, finding solutions for people that are using cannabis or wanting to try it and needing some guidance and assistance without breaking their bank. I'm really just here for people to learn, to watch, to inquire, to try, and to make cannabis non threatening because it really is not something that we should be scared of. I feel like cannabis, hemp, the industry itself could benefit from people just being open about this and having a conversation, and also being aware that this is helping people. And whether you try to use it or not, or want to use it or not, or, you know, have an opinion about it, it is a beneficial plant if used correctly, just like with anything else that humans have for consumption or even just in our day-to-day lives. So to kind of summarize this video, and I know I talk a lot, but I'm really passionate. I would say yes, this is euphoric, and I like it, and it makes me feel like I can go and do some of my homework or paint, or it's like an inspired action. Like I could clean my house right now. Like I wouldn't mind doing that. Like when I got off from work early today, and I was kind of just like, I'm gonna get some pizza. And I hadn't had pizza in like 6 months, and I've been hankering for pizza, and I got pizza and some wings, and I got my Delta 8 in the mail today, and I was just like, today's Friday. I'm just going to chill, have a good time, do this impromptu video, and I'm really glad that I did. And this is great. I would highly recommend this for someone that is looking for something that's clean, affordable, uplifting, euphoric, without the grogginess, without feeling a certain kind of way. I will say that it is mind altering, but not in a bad way. And everything in moderation, everything in consumption. I don't ever use cannabis or hemp or anything like that to get completely wasted. I like to feel good, but I don't like to overdo things. I like to have that medium middle ground. And I feel like you can find that with these products. Like, to be honest, haven't been keeping track completely for how many puffs I've taken. I'd probably say 8 to 10, maybe 12. So between 8 to 12, because I was watching Rick and Morty, and I took a few puffs then, and I was like, oh shoot, how many was that? But I knew it wasn't a lot, maybe 2 or 3. But I've been taking like small little puffs, hits, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know exactly how many milligrams that is, and that is the drawback with vaping once again. So you looking at your lab reports, looking at your concentration, and kind of looking at their serving sizes, you should be able to tell or figure that out. I will be coming out with calculators that will help you with that, and you can also view the calculators just in general, but I'd love to have a calculator with like product that I use, that I suggest. That way you can go on my website and actually like play with your serving sizes and see what you need. But that is coming. I just have to make it. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video. And if you've tried D8, there is D9, Delta 9 too. I haven't tried those yet. And then Delta 10. If you have any experiences with these types of substances, these cannabinoids, let me know. I'm really interested in hearing about your experiences, what you used, what you took, how it made you feel. And you can even write to me anonymously if you don't want to like put it in the comments. But if you're just open to having a conversation and want to put it in the YouTube comments, cool. I like to read them, interact. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye.